how effectively have you found yourself being able to bond with some of those newer guys in your room?
I mean, really well. Like one thing that I will say as a D-line, we are a really, really tight-knit group. So, like, this past Saturday, we went out to eat in someplace in the city, some Mexican spot. But, like, you know, doing stuff like that, and just, like, throwing ball with each other, just spending time with each other outside of this building, man, it is great. So I think that we pride ourselves on that, and we're definitely, it's like we've known each other for 10 years. You know, some of these guys have only been here for 3-4 months. So
I know, you know, obviously, talking about adding all those guys, what kind of competition, what kind of sense of urgency does that bring when you see that was a focus of the offseason was beefing up that group?
Yeah, man, definitely the competition goes up, and we got to make, like, you know, if one guy's a good player and you don't win, guess what, man? We got to iron sharpens iron. You know, just as one man sharpens another. So as far as that's concerned, man, it's an amazing competition. It's a great competition. We have a lot of guys who can go, a lot of guys who can play, and a lot of guys who have played a lot of football. So me coming in as now a senior in football terms, man, I've played a lot of ball. You know, I'm now an old guy. So how do we push the other old guys? But how do the young guys like raise themselves up to our standard? They've done a really good job of that. Like PJ, he'll be a great player. You know what I mean? We got our Mason Thomas who's coming in. This is his second year. He's a really good pass rusher. You know what I mean? So you have a lot of guys. You know their strengths, their weaknesses, that entire thing, but then just playing the game within the game as far as who you're going against. You know, I mean, matchups are super important. So the competition is great, man. I've had fun.
Talking about PJ there, what's really stood out to you about him, you know, being around him?
Oh man, that kid is knowledgeable. He wants to learn, but he's explosive. Okay, maybe even more than Mays. But like this kid, those two, you know, that PJ or Mays coming into his second year and PJ starting his first, man, those are two really, really explosive guys we got. So I'm really eager to see how they are 2 years, 3 years down the line. But man, those two are impact players now. So
you mentioned PJ. I know it's early, but what do you want to see from a young guy like that who's getting kind of his first reps on the practice field? I mean, where does he kind of need to grow?
Oh man, I mean, it's not necessarily a need to grow standpoint, but it's like we all come into it and everything's being thrown at you. This kid should technically still be in high school, right? So you got class and then ball and then trying to have a social life after that, and all these thousand things coming at you at once. And I think he's handled all that really well. But as far as he's concerned, man, he's again, as I said before, he's really hungry to learn. You know what I mean? And even when he messes up, it's like, all right, next play, what are we going to do? How are we going to get it better? All right, well, we can't necessarily correct it all the time on the field. So we got the next day. We had that for. So we have to kind of shrug that off and get back into it. All right, what are we about to do next? You know, so, man, as far as he's concerned, man, he's taken to it really, really well. Obviously, he's still very green. Still has a lot to learn. But, man, as far as his motor and his drive and his 1-2, all that's there. And as long as that's there, man, the X's and O's are going to come.
Was it a wake-up call with how aggressive Brent and Miguel were trying to get guys from the portal?
Okay, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, was it a wake-up call at all, the way that OU's so aggressive to try to get defensive ends in the portal?
A little bit, but at the same time, again, it's competition. You know what I mean? And competition brings out the best in everyone. So with that being said, it was like, you know, once they announced that we got Trey, we got T Ford, and we got Rondell, man, it was like, all right, awesome. We got guys we got vets who played a lot of ball elsewhere. Now that they're here to push us, you know what I mean? And also because a lot of those guys is their last year of eligibility. So they're trying to make a splash, and then they're trying to start, and we're trying to start. So again, it's just bringing out the best in each other. And again, after the final whistle blows, you know, it's all back to we're friends. You know what I mean? And we're out there, we're helping each other. But it's still a competition, so I think it's football is weird in that sense, to where you're competing against your brother, you know. But you have a lot of love for that guy. You have a lot of love for those guys, for every guy in your room, because everyone wants to start. Everyone wants to be in the 2 deep, that kind of thing. But y'all are so close and so tight knit that it's more of a friendly competition, as opposed to, it's not necessarily as cutthroat as it is in some other places where, you know, you're truly against that guy. No, that's not the case at all. We break bread together, we eat together, we laugh, we cry, we do all these things together as a group. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we know that Coach Taylor's going to put the best 2 out there. So as long as you're one of those 2 or one of those 4, like, you're good.
Did that kind of help you as far as, like, I guess, you guys took a lot of reps during the games last year and a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
And worn out, tired legs. Does that help you guys? I mean, did it kind of refresh your mind again, thinking, man, I'm not going to have to take as many snaps this next season?
Yes and no. Yes, because it's like, all right, we have guys out there who know what to do, who knows what's going on, and maybe limits my play load. Yeah, all right, awesome, cool. But at the same time, the competitor in you is like, man, I want all the reps. Okay, and that may not be realistic. Your body may be saying no, but your mind is saying yes. And then sometimes your will has to outdo your skill in that sense. But that's kind of a double-edged answer to that question, because I mean, as part of you was like, yeah, absolutely, love these guys. We need more guys. Part of you was like, man, whatever. I need the reps. We need more reps. I want more reps. That kind of thing.
You touched on Trace there. What was your impression of him from afar? And what's it been like getting to know him in a more personal way?
At first, I was like, "Oh man, we got a kid from Oklahoma State. That's a little crazy." Okay, that's quite the move. That'd be like one of us going to Texas, that kind of thing. But getting to know the guy, man, he's a good dude. He's a good dude who's getting back, who wants to learn, who wants to contribute, who is a dude who's played a lot of ball as well. So with that, man, it's just like getting to know him, getting him in our group, getting him kind of in our circle, showing him around, all that stuff, man. And he's a great guy.
Coach
Go ahead.
Coach Roof mentioned there was kind of a sense of urgency within the defensive line group. You kind of mentioned it there with some of the new guys coming in. It's their last year, wanting to get things done. Do you kind of feel that with yourself, and do you feel it with the guys around you?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel just to myself, man. All right, we got guys here who have played a lot of ball. All right, we got two guys from the portal who played a lot of ball. We have guys in our room who played a lot of ball who were already here. So with that, it's just like, all right, well, how do we get better? All right, and then if we take these small steps every single day, we'll look back at the end of the spring, we've gotten this much better. But that's not going to happen in a day. All right, you have to keep perspective on everything. So did I beat myself from Saturday when we saw that practice? Was I better today than I was Saturday? Yes. All right, awesome. All right, can I be better Wednesday than I was today? Again, and you have to go through the practice like that. You have to set goals. All right, was my pad level good? Were my hands good? Did I win reps? Did I win the one-on-ones? Did I get sacks? Did I make plays? And then you got to check all those boxes. So it's really a game within a practice. You know what I mean? Did I win the period? Yes. Great. Awesome. Cool. We got the next period. Did I win that period? No. Well, guess what? We still have another period to go. Like, if you win whether you lose, then you can say that you had a decent day, even though you know that you still have stuff to work on.
You mentioned it You mentioned it as a competitor. You wanted all the reps last season. But just how challenging was that, adjusting to that role?
Oh man, going from a guy who was a 2 and then finally being a starter, man, it's different in the sense that, all right, now you're the first guy running out there. So you're the guy who's going back and saying, hey, watch this tackle, he's doing this, or hey, this is a snap count, that kind of thing. Now you're the Nick Benito or the IT, and now you're the guy that all right, well, you're taking the first snaps of the game, so you have to come out hard. You have to play hard, that kind of thing. And then once your back gets in, or once the offense is out and you're on the sideline, you have to, again, it's the communication thing. All right, hey, this is what this guy's doing. You can beat him with this, that kind of thing. So it's definitely different. It's the other side of the coin, but at the same time, man, it was great. Being a 1. So,
how much better do you think this defense can be this year?
Now that we've had a year in the system, we know how it goes. This is a lot of guys' second spring with this coaching staff. My second spring with this coaching staff. We know the game. We know so much more than we did a year ago today. You know what I mean? A year ago, it was we just got done with practice 4, and it was like, oh my goodness, all these bullets are flying. We're installing 10 plays a day, all that stuff. Now it's like, man, all right, give us the plays. This is a review to us. And it's our job as the older guys to help the newer guys, to teach the newer guys, all right, hey man, this is how it's going to be. All right, this is what you got on display. Boom, boom, line up, let's snap the ball, let's go. All right, so, and then I think that's where we kind of fell short last year, was how you have these great teams is that you have, obviously you have the coach coaching, but you have these younger guys, you have the older guys teaching the younger guys. Well, if we're all learning it at the same time, then it's hard. But now we're at that point to where, man, we can teach. Like, I can go and I can tell May something. I can go and I can teach PJ and that kind of thing, because I'm an older guy. I've done it before. I've done it in the game before. I've done it in that stadium. So now it's like, how do I, as an older guy, get better? But how do I get the younger guys better too?
When did you get to that point where you felt like you could I don't know what to say, focus on helping younger guys, but at least you could, make that a role for yourself rather than just try to learn it yourself?
Honestly, probably day one of spring when we started installing stuff, and it was like I was just kind of writing it down. This review to me, and like Ethan, like all the guys who have been here, but I look over and I see guys over here stressing, and I'm like, we were literally, everyone in this room was there last year. Calm down, let's talk through that kind of thing. So, and I didn't really realize that until I guess we actually got to spring ball, to whereas now it's like, all right, we've done most of these plays before. Obviously, we're putting in new stuff. We've done most of this stuff before. All right, we've gone through this process, so we know how to adapt. We know how to watch film. We know what to watch, that kind of thing. So it's just kind of as an older guy, hey, this is what I did. This is what helped me out, to a younger guy. And then next year there'll be more young guys, and then that younger guy now is going to be an older guy. So it'll be coming from all different fronts.
Thanks, Reggie.
Appreciate it.